welcome back to the show. If you know me well, you know that I love jewelry, and I definitely have a penchant for natural jewelry. Please welcome to the show the designer and founder of Design Nature's Gems. Please welcome Laura Sultan to the show. I think I got it right. Sort of. How you doing,
Yeah,
Laura?
I'll do it. So it's Designs by Nature Gems.
Sorry, I missed
okay.
a proposition.
It's all right.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I met you in the summertime at Malia Indigo, rather.
Indigo, yeah.
Her first plus-size
Fashion show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just amazing. And there's so much talent around her, and we connected from there.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what you did before getting into the design aspect of your business. I overheard you when you were doing your makeup that you were a teacher.
Yeah.
So we have that in common.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. It's really cool. It's kind of what started me into this. But jumping back, I began teaching in India. I actually went to a university that paid me to learn music in India. I was in a musician program, and then I realized I loved teaching. So in my 20s, I'm like 33, I taught in India, South Korea. I'm from the US, so I taught in the States.
Where in the U.S. are you from?
Ohio.
Ohio.
But I taught in Santa Fe, New Mexico, in the public schools. So
Okay.
it was a real interesting experience. Nothing I would trade, but definitely you see how public school systems and structures and all that in the States, it's complicated, to put it nicely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
I went to New Zealand next, and I was teaching math by then. I thought I'd teach math because I'm very artistic, as you can see, and I figured the best people to explain logic are the ones that are artistic, because we see the connection. And I taught math and science in New Zealand for 4 years. And
Okay.
then I came here.
You're a well-traveled teacher.
Yes,
right.
but I loved it. It probably shapes a lot more than I know. It allowed me to
Absolutely.
see the world and meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah. Traveling does that. It really opens your eyes and your mind, and it's wonderful connections are made throughout the world. So now you're here.
Yes.
You have a family.
Yes.
I know you have a toddler.
Yes, a 16-month-old, so not even a year and a half.
Not even a year and a half.
No.
Okay. Boy or girl?
A boy.
A boy.
A very
Okay.
active, happy,
What's his
on
name?
average boy. Dove.
Dove.
It
Wow.
means bear in Hebrew.
I think Sigal knew that.
Yeah, probably.
Excellent. And now I'm just the bling all around me. This is beautiful. So let's talk about what it was that drove you to these beautiful creations. And I know they're not designed purposefully with the stones that you've chosen. So let's talk
Yeah.
about what that
Cool.
is.
So to explain why I'm attracted to stones, I grew up and I'm one of those people who would talk about energies or Reiki or stuff like that because I was very sensitive as a kid. So for me, stones, I personally believe they have healing aspects. So that's why it's a stone focus. My business, Designs by Nature Gems, Designs by Nature, is the concept, so like organic design. And then the gems is obvious. I focus in on gemstones. And it's kind of there in the name. That's why it's a little complicated. But
Sure.
it helps people understand the vibe. So when I was in New Zealand 4 years ago, I started this as stress relief, teaching, many hours during the week. I focused in at-risk youth because that's where my passion was at the time. I needed to chill in the evening, so
Make jewelry.
yeah, make jewelry, sell it at a show once a month, and spend all the money in a crystal warehouse. That is what I did for a year. I loved it. And then when I came to Toronto, I had to wait for a work visa, and as a result, I got time to focus. And so I was like, well, let's see if I can make this a business. Why not? I really like it. It's fun. I have
It's really
the time.
beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. And sure enough, I worked part-time till it got foothold, and like in this third year, and then I moved to full-time, and now I have an apprentice who is amazing, and she can do like a lot of these minis, like the small ones here, I call them mini crystals. She does half of them. She's amazing. I'm very blessed. So it's grown. I can employ someone to help me out.
Sure.
It allows me to take care of my baby. Me and my husband do each half time with the baby, and Yeah, and every stone, as you said, has meanings. So.
Okay, let's pick a stone.
All right, what's your favorite?
All right, I like this clear one.
Okay, cool.
That's clear quartz.
Yep.
So what's the meaning or what's the purpose behind that?
So clear quartz, I'll put a stone behind it so people can
And
see
what
it.
stone is that? That's jade?
This is a jade. BC jade is what behind. So this is what a stone almost looks like when you first get it.
Okay.
Not,
so the raw thing.
Yeah, it's the raw stone. And if you go here, you actually have it raw. Like it's uneven. It's beautiful. I personally adore
I love uneven.
Yeah, and they're coming in fashion. It's coming back. It's really cool. So you get to make it more, play more. And then so this is the clear quartz. Clear quartz comes in like snowy white to clear, interestingly enough. And when you get into meanings, I call it kind of like the beginner and the master stone. All it is an energy enhancer. So we all have energy if you believe in this. And by wearing this, you're enhancing your intentions or what you're working on. So it's like a pen for a writer. You can write a simple sentence, you can write a masterpiece. It's still the tool. And that's really what clear quartz is. So when people are like looking to beginning in stones, or even if they've been for a long time, they're just looking to kind of recenter, I recommend clear quartz because I'm like, it's a good one to start with. You can grow with it, you can move away, you can return. But yeah, so
Awesome.
that's that.
What do you have for bad colds?
For bad colds? Well, if you go into the body, I'm careful when it gets to bodies because then you're dealing with doctors as well.
Okay.
But you deal with the chakras. So you got your throat chakra. So if you have anything with the throat, blue lace agate, aquamarine also. That's aquamarine. Those will help with the throat with coughs. Here you're going more. You're still kind of in the throat area, but I'm uncertain because they don't focus too much on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is fantastic. And I mean, did you study this or is this self-taught?
Mostly self-taught, travels. Like I said, when I was a kid, I was really into it. So in the energy world, there's this term called like intuitives. It just means you're really drawn to it. And a lot of the knowledge kind of comes to you and then you look it up and you realize, hey, it's the same thing I was thinking. And that's kind of where I come from. I come from a perspective of I want to use books, so I have books, I cite resources, I have a blog where I'm starting to do more crystal healing in that, and you can get information where I'm citing, but also my heart. I make sure to listen, so if let's say I'm going too fast and I get disconnected, I actually take a step back, because without it, I can't really do the whole thing of what I like to do.
And where can people purchase these?
I have a website, designsbyNatureGems.com. I have an Etsy store, so if you just Google me, that's going to come up. My social media, it's all linked to it. I do art shows, so if you're in Toronto or you're traveling to Toronto November 3rd to 5th, you actually can go to the Whole Life Expo, and I have a booth there where I'll be having 2 people helping sell, and I'll be in the back doing customs and helping people with healing stones and finding the stones that fit them. So that's a big show upcoming, and yeah.
That's excellent, excellent. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For showing us this beautiful, beautiful work. And I look forward to coming by. You're going to have it the whole weekend, November 3rd to the 5th?
At the Metro Center.
Okay, so that's downtown?
That's downtown.
Okay.
And it will be listed under shows on my website. It should be there as well.
Okay.
So you can always just look there.
Excellent. All right. Laura Sultan, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be back. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Nikki Clarke Show. And I love meeting great people. And I love when I have guests that come on the show and they come back. And we have another friend who's back for the second time. She is doing wonderful things for the medical world. She is a fertility doctor and also the author of Embrace Your Fertility. Please welcome Dr. Timea Belej to the show. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. You see, like we're like this. And congratulations on your win during the break.
Yeah.
It looks like you put that together. That was fantastic. So I am so happy now to hold what we were talking about last year.
Yes.
Something that was in the works, the book Embrace Your Fertility, Empowering You with Tools to Help You Succeed. So before we get into this, let's talk a little bit about your background as a medical doctor, and also some of the challenges you had on the road to becoming a mother.
Well, I think this goes back to when I pricked the finger of my grandfather in a shed when we were back in Czechoslovakia. And I think my dream began of becoming a doctor there. However, once I came to Canada at the age of 11, and my best friend to this day taught me how to speak English. Then I went to high school and I kind of realized that, yes, I did enjoy women's health and biology, and I remembered women's health very well, so I decided I was going to be an obstetrician. However, I didn't get in the first time, and so this is another message for, as you mentioned earlier, to never give up on your dream. And so I applied again, and this time I did get in, and I did obstetrics and gynecology. And then we did a rotation in infertility, and I found it fascinating that as an obstetrician gynecologist, we help to deliver the babies, but here there was a completely different aspect to actually helping create them. And I fell in love with that and went on to do another 2 years of training on top of my 15, at which my husband's like, okay, dear.
15 years.
Yes, you do have to go to work one day. And so I finished the fellowship and started working. We got married. And we traveled, and then we started to try to have a family. And a year later, still no baby. So we also went to see a doctor, and one day did go through the procedure, and today I have a lovely 13-year-old daughter.
Awesome. And you've got some fans here with you, too.
Yes, my parents are here as well.
Awesome. Welcome.
Without whom I would not be here today.
So the time you had preparing as a doctor, which I have to tip my hat to you, a lot of dedication in that, and then you're now ready for the next step, becoming a mother, which is another amazing glory of being a woman. You're having this hard time, not expecting it, and then you overcome that. So you have a real sense of what it is to overcome that hurdle. So when people come to you now looking for help, you can really understand where they're coming from. You can relate and share with them.
I get it. However, also every person that comes to see me is an individual, and everyone goes through the journey in their own way. So even though I've been through it, I also appreciate the unique experience that everyone has going through it as well.
Okay, so let's just go through biology really quickly. We know how babies are made. Well, most of us do. But when you reach a certain age, what is considered advanced maternal age, which maybe is a little bit difficult to fertilization to happen?
Well, our fertility starts declining as soon as we're born, pretty much. So we ideally should be having children in our 20s. However, that's pretty difficult, and it gets more and more difficult over the age of 35, and then most certainly over the age of 40.
Okay.
However, we have a lot to offer nowadays. So women who want to delay childbearing have now the option of freezing their eggs, for example, and the advances like in vitro fertilization have come so far and are so successful that there is so much out there to offer.
And I'm actually a witness to that. A friend of mine has been trying for many years, I would say about 6 years, and she just gave birth back in July. So she's so ecstatic and went through the in vitro process, but it was all worth it for her, and her son is absolutely beautiful. So
and that's why we do what we do.
And that's what you do. Yeah, it's a huge reward.
Yeah.
I can imagine. So let's talk about the book now. So when did this finally get published?
Last November, and it was a project in the making, in my head anyways, for a very, very long time, because after I started practicing, I noticed that some of the couples that we were not able to help with conventional medical treatment were getting help through acupuncture, naturopaths, counseling, mind-body treatments, donor sperm, donor eggs, adoption, as well as some couples who did not have success and how they coped with that. So what I did in this book, it's 8 chapters, and I put together stories of my own patients that volunteered to write their story, and then each chapter is written by the practitioner of that particular modality. So there's a chapter on acupuncture, there's a chapter on naturopathy, chapter on counseling, chapter on adoption, medical treatment that I wrote, on using donor sperm, donor eggs, mind-body therapies, and also a chapter on a couple that did not have the pleasure of having a child of their own and how they became a family again themselves.
Okay, so there are many options to becoming a parent.
Yes,
So
and
there's
so
always
that
hope.
was that was the idea of the book, is to just showcase how much there is that we can offer.
Okay. We know the reality for women that we don't always get it right away. Especially now we have to be independent, so we go for the career, and it may take a little while to find that partner. So that delays having children. But sometimes it may take some people even longer, way past, maybe like late 40s or 50s. Is there a possibility of having children even later in life?
So for those couples, usually we need to use donor eggs or eggs from younger women. However, those women can still carry the pregnancy and use their partner's sperm. So there still is a connection, and it is highly successful.
It
yes.
is highly successful. Okay, that's fantastic. So where can people get the book?
The book is on Amazon as well as embraceyourfertility.com.
Okay. Can you tell us very quickly about a latest testimonial of someone who's been working with you and has tried for years to conceive and finally there's a breakthrough?
They just came to my office the other day and brought their little boy, and that is the best reward possible. This was their second, so we had success for the first and success for the second
time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's excellent. And where can people find you, Dr. Timea?
I'm working at Anova Fertility and Reproductive Health in Toronto at Young and Shepherd, ANOVA fertility.com.
Okay. Can you look into the audience lens and just talk to someone who is watching you right now and just on the verge of giving up conceiving? What would you tell them?
There's always hope. And embrace what you're going through, and go through the journey and allow it to happen.
Okay, awesome. Dr. Timea, everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. And congratulations on the book. We'll be back. Thank you for joining us here. And I am a huge shoe fanatic. Now, if you know me, and if you ever have the chance to come to my home, my room is like wall-to-wall shoes. Every color, every style. And I'm so delighted to have a friend come back to the show, another guest who's been here for the second time. I'm just so honored she's here because she's a very busy lady. She's a chiropractor and the founder of The Fix, and she globetrots, and she's here today to showcase her beautiful Dr. Liza shoes. Please welcome Dr. Liza Egbogah. Welcome.
Yes, so I have brought you your new favorite shoes.
Yes,
So
thank you, Jesus.
the rest of the high heels in your closet, I mean, they're just going to
They gotta
have to
go.
cut this, right?
They gotta go. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And welcome back.
Thank you. So I've been treating women for high heel related pain for over 10 years. And I myself, I like to dress up to go to work, and I like to wear high heels. But I couldn't find a high heel that I could actually stand in all day, right?
How many people have that problem here? Make some noise. I think every single woman has that problem. You want to look good, but it hurts, right? Yeah.
So yeah, I literally have the worst feet, and I like to wear high heels. So I tried all the heels on the market that claimed to be all-day heels, and none of them actually worked for me. So I thought, you know what? It's time for me to actually develop my own high heel so that I can recommend one for patients, and so that I myself can actually wear high heels and walk.
And you're
around.
wearing yours right now.
Yes,
You're wearing the
absolutely,
blush
yes.
pink. Okay.
Yes. So
So how long did it take you to develop this idea?
in total, about 2 years.
2 years,
Because we
okay.
had to work on creating the right prototype as well.
Okay.
And back and forth with the actual design. So there are a couple of elements that I put in the shoe to ensure maximum comfort.
Okay. So you have the black. I have the. This is what
Yes.
you call nude.
Yes.
Nude. Okay.
So first thing is actually the sole of the shoe.
Okay.
You'll notice that there's a blue rubber there.
Yeah. You see that?
Yes, that rubber actually prevents you from slipping. So while you're walking, if you don't have that slip factor, you're actually not going to overuse the muscles in your feet, and that means you're not going to get overuse injuries and you're not going to get as much pain.
Okay.
So that's number one. Number two is the actual platform of the shoe.
Okay.
So because of the platform, it actually reduces the overall pitch of the shoe, which we refer to as the height.
Okay.
And that reduces the amount of tilt you have forward.
Okay.
To add to it, the material is actually made out of EVA. So the same material you have in running shoes, that's the material in this platform.
Okay, so it's got kind of a forgiving surface, like
Yeah,
absorption.
it's like you can jump
bounce.
in them, right?
Okay.
You can run in them, but don't. And then next we have an orthotic insole on the inside. So it's fully cushioned and it provides support so that you're not rolling in as much and you're not tilted forward. So when you're wearing them, you feel completely balanced and you don't feel tilted forward.
Okay.
So all those features together, along with a rocker sole, means that you don't put any pressure on the balls of your feet. You're well supported and you don't get knee pain or back pain from wearing heels.
Okay, and then the hot factor.
Yes,
You've got the hot factor.
Yes, they're super stylish, so they're versatile. You can wear them with anything. And these little tabs at the back, they're also great because you can put ribbon on it and tie it around your ankles. You can put bows on it. So it's very versatile. So you can dress it
Absolutely.
up or wear it just during the day in the office.
What do you think, ladies and gentlemen who have ladies in their lives? This is fantastic. Well, congratulations. And another congratulations on your Afro Global Excellence Awards.
Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Liza received that for her innovation in what you do in the chiropractic world and these shoes.
Yeah, well, so it was the Science and Technology Award really for developing the Dr. Liza pumps. And actually recently this year, I actually became a manual osteopath.
What is that?
So it's like a chiropractor, except we do a lot of myofascial release work, which is what I've always focused on in the last 10 years, and also something called visceral manipulation. So instead of just addressing muscles and joints and nerves, we can also address the organs. So if people have digestive problems or even issues with infertility, you can assist in that as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I saw some eyes went, wow. You're a genius. Fantastic. And so stylish. And you're a mother of a, what, 4-year-old?
He's 3.5.
3.5.
now, yes.
Okay. So how do you juggle it all?
You know what I find? Having him has made me prioritize my time more. So I actually do more and I focus my time on projects and I don't waste as much time. So it's actually made me do a lot more since having him.
Okay. And you travel too. Can you mention the last place that you've been? I know you've been working with some Hollywood stars.
Where do I travel to? I mean, I go between
LA.
New York, and I travel for vacation. So I was in Southeast Asia this summer. I went to London, England. I'm somewhere all the time.
No, you're always. I follow you on social media, and I'm like, wow, I need running shoes to keep up with you on social media.
I'm a travel addict. That's why.
Yeah, I'd love that. Can you talk about someone that you've worked with, maybe a celebrity that really impressed you?
You know what? They're all quite impressive because the thing is, a lot of people might think because they're celebrities they might have this attitude, but when they're coming to see me, they're coming because they're in pain, and you're the person who's getting them out of the pain. Okay. So they're all extraordinary. Like all the celebrities I meet are over the top.
Okay, so you got no dirt.
No, I can't. Confidentiality.
All right. Client, doctor, I get it.
Yes.
Awesome. So where can people purchase these gorgeous pumps?
So you can order the Dr. Liza pump at drlizashoes.com, and you can also come into my office at the Fix to give them a try and purchase it there.
Okay, and also to fix?
Yes, to get fixed, your feet, your knees, your back, headaches.
Okay. Where's the office? It's downtown?
Yes, it's at 100 Yonge Street.
Okay. Excellent. So, size 7?
Yes,
we got some here in size. Fantastic. I'm so excited. So the colors are red, you got blush pink, nude, and black. Any other colors we can
That's it for now.
That's it for now, but it's growing.
I'm working on a 2-inch version, so a shorter version for running around every day.
Okay. And the hours are 12 hours to sustain you. So for the busy entrepreneurs out there, this is what you need. Dr. Liza, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
The beautiful pumps. Make some noise for her and all the innovations in science. Thank you. We'll be back.